What's good, everybody? About to hit this job right quick. Hit this job scene. About to go in. At Tide, you know what it is. Uh, about to do this thing, but let's get to it. Reason why I jumped on here. If you see the title of the what up, aloha, young Wilson. If you've seen the title of the topic of today already, is Dan Quinn interviewed. What up, Jop? What up? What up, Isaac Hamilton? Hampton, my bad, dog. What up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Dan Quinn interviewed this weekend. What up, Devontae? And that was a surprise because I thought it was Witt and the other cat, secondaries coach, which is a surprise name, but that's a guy that worked on McCarthy too. I can't remember his name. But the surprise, not the surprise, but it hadn't really been talked about Dan Quinn, but he interviewed. And what up, KMT? Hey ho. It's been he interviewed this weekend, and it's been said now that he has been spoken about the past month. They had already had discussions about Dan Quinn for the past month as well. Um, and I heard just today that George Edwards is going to get his interview today as well. So I will definitely say I like how the Cowboys are doing their due diligence. I said take their time. Don't just see one person and do it. They've already did interview three people and interview on George Edwards, so that'll be four. So it looks like they're doing their due diligence. From what I've heard from Mike Fisher, he said that it's Mike McCarthy's decision, but the Joneses and Will McClay will have, definitely their input on the decision as well. Um, and so, Dan Quinn has been said right now as being known as the front runner to get the defensive coordinator job. Um, I'm gonna just say this about Dan Quinn, right quick. I know I made a video. I made a video yesterday, and I think I said it last week as well that I'm not hating on Dan Quinn, but and listen, hear me out how I'm saying this. I felt like, you know what, I don't want Dan Quinn. Just listen to what I'm saying. My first thought was I don't want Dan Quinn because I know what he did at Seattle, the Legion of Boom, 2013, 2014, Super Bowls, you know what I'm saying, 1-1. They had one of the best defenses in a very long time in the NFL. But, Gus Bradley kind of built that too, you feel me? Quinn was there, he left, and I think he went to Florida, and then he came back, but Gus Bradley, Gus Bradley, wow, that was crazy. Gus Bradley really built that defense over in Seattle more than anything else, and then Quinn came in and did it. He came in, kind of stamped his input on it. Somebody just pulled on my door, and I don't even know who the hell this is. This is crazy. So after I finish this live, I'm gonna talk to this fool. But anyway, um, this is crazy. Um, yeah, Boo thing. Like this dude just came up. Like I'm at work, right? I'm doing this live. This is crazy. I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. So I'm sitting here right now. I'm in the parking lot doing my live. This dude just pulls up in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And pulls on my door. And he's like, I'm like, what the fuck? And he's still sitting there. And I'm like, I don't even know you, dog. So I'm not gonna end this live. I'm gonna finish this live, and after I finish this live, I'm gonna see who the hell this is, cause this is not gonna be happening over here. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna handle this after I get done with this, for real, for real. But anyway, shit crazy. And I'm in a nice neighborhood, but this gonna get dealt with. Um, but Dan Quinn though, he did his thing at Seattle for sure, but I felt like, maybe because he went to Atlanta, and I was like, man, you at Atlanta, and Atlanta's soft to me. You feel me? And I'm not using that Super Bowl. I'm not using that Super Bowl to hang over his head about what happened. But I just feel like, man, you go to Atlanta, Atlanta's soft. But he didn't do bad at Atlanta. And I was like, man, I don't want no Dan Quinn. He's soft. You feel me? So let me not just say he's soft. Let me not just be a hater because I don't want to be the complaining guy. You feel me? I don't want to be the dude that's complaining straight up because I'm not the complainer. If if the Cowboys were to go that route with Dan Quinn, I'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? I must say I could be totally wrong on that. On I feel like he kind of soft because he did that thing over in Seattle. I don't know. I just feel like he kind of soft, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me saying that. But I will say this: when you're a head coach, and I'm gonna just use this correlation to myself. When I coached football, um, I came in as a defensive coordinator, and I was a defensive coordinator for about 6 straight years, and my defenses were nasty. You know what I'm saying? I had very good defenses. We had two undefeated championships during that time, and one of my seasons we only had one team scoring us the whole year, and that was because I rested my starters. Like we was that good, and the competition we played was very good. We didn't play no bummy teams. We played in the city. We played city. We were city teams. So I recruited hard, but my defense was really, really good. After 6 years, I took over and became a head coach. Okay, when I became a head coach, I still won, but the responsibility changed. And the reason why I'm saying this is this: when I became a head coach, it became more difficult because when I was a defensive coordinator, all I had to worry about was my defense, my kids, and making that thing great. I didn't have to worry about anything else. It was just worried about my kids, my defense, implementing that defense, getting the right kids into the system, and then going from there with the training, the working, and everything else. I didn't have anything else to worry about when I just coached that defense, and that's why I felt like I was really great at it because I didn't have anything I ever had to think about. I just had to think about defense, 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 and my players. When I became a head coach, it became more difficult because then I couldn't just worry about defense. I had to worry about the offense. I had to worry about the defense. I had to worry about all the players. I had to worry about the coaches. I had to worry about everything else as well as coaching the game. So now those responsibilities became stressful and I couldn't concentrate just on one thing. So I don't feel like maybe I was as good at times because I was over here, I was over here, I was over there, and I was over there. And so it took away from me what I felt like I was doing great. I felt like I was a really good head coach, but I was a great defensive coordinator because I honed into that one thing and I didn't have to worry about anything else. So that's why I'm correlating to this with Dan Quinn. Maybe he had his time. He took them Falcons to the Super Bowl, so I give him props. But maybe in that time, in that 6 years, you know what I'm saying? You're a head coach and you got all these other responsibilities that takes away from what you really do good. So maybe if he comes back in as a defensive coordinator, or we don't know because Joe Witt, um, that could be a package deal. He could, because remember, Dan Quinn was a defensive line coach. Okay, so we don't know. He could come in, be the defensive line coach. Tom Sula's gone. He could be the defensive line coach. Joe Witt could be somebody in the secondary coach. And then you never know. George Edwards can be the defensive coordinator. It could be a whole bunch of things that are happening. I don't know. But I mentioned that it could be a package deal with Quinn and Witt being together. Witt taking over the secondaries part and Quinn taking over the defensive coordinator. But like I said, George Edwards is interviewing as well. So I think they're going to stay at that 4-3 concept because if you look at the people they're talking to and bringing in, they're all 4-3 type guys. So I think they're definitely going to stay with that. So we'll see. As I said before, maybe Quinn goes back to being a defensive coordinator. He just hones in on that and he becomes great at that again. And, that's the way it goes. So we'll see how it happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested to see how this interview goes, with Edwards, and if they're going to look at any other people. I still think they should. I still think they should look at some more candidates and then take their time and sit down with, McCarthy, the Joneses, McClay, and put their heads together and do this decision. I don't think it needs to be one mind. I think it all needs to be all of them together, and they come to a mutual decision of who they want to go with as the new defensive coordinator. And like I said, it doesn't always have to be somebody you know. Um, And because you know what, when you bring in somebody you don't know, it's not always comfortable. When it's always not comfortable, it's better sometimes, because then y'all know the expectations and you don't have to worry about the friendship thing. I talked about that yesterday. So we're gonna see what's going down with that, and we'll just see. I'm not gonna be the complaining guy. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, ah, man, you going after him? Ah, you going after him? Just take your time, Cowboys. Um, Pat Fitzgerald. It's from One Northwestern. I like Pat Fitzgerald. So, well, like I said, we'll see how it goes. I'm not excited about it. I am. I'm gonna say I'm very curious of what they're going to do. I'm not saying I'm not excited. What I'm saying is I'm curious to see how this goes down. With the rest of this search, and then once they get this guy in, implemented. But my main thing is let's get a defensive guy in here that's going to hold everybody accountable. I'm not saying they weren't held accountable, but hold everybody accountable. Come in there with some fire and some spirit, and make these guys work hard, and bring a defensive mindset into the Cowboys, because it's been offensive mindset for a very long time, and the offense hasn't really got us anywhere. We need to have defense. Once again, I'm gonna go over these playoffs in that Seattle game and Rams game. What won that game? The Rams defense. They went in Seattle, and that hadn't been done in a very long time, going in their house and beating them in the playoffs. It was that defense. 5 sacks, 2 turnovers. Jared Goff didn't play good. Yesterday, when you watched that game yesterday, Lamar Jackson, I know he had like 170 yards passing, 100 like yards rushing, but it was that defense. It was that defense that shut Derrick Henry down. It was that defense that got that turnovers at the end. Marcus Peters and them guys. It was that defense that won that game. And then when you look at the Cleveland Browns game, yeah, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are beasts. But what was it? It was that defense that was harassing them Steelers. They were getting turnovers. Ben Roethlisberger threw over 60 something times, 500 yards, but it didn't do nothing because Cleveland's defense stepped up and did the thing. And that's what you need. It's all good having that 40 point burger offense, regular season, all that, dropping 40 here, 40 there. But eventually you're going to have to play some defense, and that defense is going to carry. Once again, offense ain't going to always do it in every game, especially in weather. But that defense always will be there. And so you got to do it. What I found, you got to make sure that happens, man, with that defense. Get a defensive mindset, because when you get to them playoffs, defense really matters and defense really counts. And if you have that defense, as you've seen in these playoffs, you will win these games. Get a defensive guy, get a defensive mindset, and let's roll, baby. Let's see what's going to happen. But I'm about to run up in here. I'm about to see what's going on with this cat next to me. About to handle this business right quick. This is crazy. I'm about to handle this business right quick, but I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, Barry Church is going to be on tomorrow on the late night hype. It's going to be hype more than ever. Barry Church is one of my guys I've always loved. Being out here in Ohio for a long time, I got to see him at University of Toledo. I always thought he could be a guy that could do something with us, and I thought he had a really good career. He's a stand-up guy, very just a great guy, and I can't wait to. Hey, for sure. And can't wait for that hype tomorrow. Can't wait for the hype tomorrow with Barry Church, and then we're just gonna keep on bringing them, y'all. Y'all know how we do. So I appreciate y'all. I will talk to y'all very soon, and let's have a great day, everybody. Everybody have a great day. Be safe out there. I love you guys. Continue to sub, like, support, share, all that good stuff, and let's get ready for that Barry Church interview tomorrow on the late night hype, and let's do the damn thing. You know how we do. Goon Squad, baby. I'll talk to you. Big Game James, late night hype. Peace.